Our history or our legacy?
My history. Well, I was born in California, lived there till I was about 4 or 5 years old, and my dad decided to go back to where he grew up, which was Minnesota. I pretty much grew up there my whole life. A lot of church, a lot of Sunday school. The family went to church every Sunday. My dad would give us the look. We messed up, we were playing around in church, we got the look. And I also grew up with family prayer. We would always pray as a family, and we had what we called the hot seat. If you felt sad or you were upset about something or your grades weren't good, the whole family would pray for you.
Well, my history is very similar, but very different. I grew up on the island of Jamaica, and my parents basically waited 14 years to have me. I'm an only child.
So you were spoiled?
No, I'm not. We had a very strong foundation in that. Also, we had prayer. We had prayer in our house. A lot of Saturday nights was prayer. When stuff went crazy and when stuff wasn't working right, or we, couldn't pay a bill, they prayed. All of a sudden, I said, "So how you gonna do this?" She says, "We don't know. We just trust God."
I don't think you mentioned that your parents are pastors.
Oh, that's right.
We're
Yes.
pastors,
Yeah, my parents were pastors, so they had interaction with hundreds of different people.
Right. Well, I want to say this too.
Okay.
Because of your parents being pastors and because of the fact that they were caring for people all the time, this is something that we have in common that connected us a lot with what we do to this day.
Part of the legacy that I've learned, and you've taught me how to be kind. You really have.
Well, I think that, the real key to life is to put yourself in somebody else's shoes and see how are they feeling right now. They need somebody to love them. And I think that that's what the church, that's what our legacy is, and we've passed that down to our kids. We want to help people. That's why we're doing this conversation, to help people, to understand, or to get them to question their own life and what they believe and what do they stand for.
Right.
I believe that's our legacy.
God's commissioned us to be the hospital for hurting people. And here's the thing, we're all hurting somewhere or the other. We all have struggles.
Yep.
But if we don't have anywhere to go, now we're lost. I believe that even as much as I had it all figured out, if I didn't have your friendship, if I didn't have other people in my life's friendship, then how could I remain whole? How could I get healed of wounds that probably wasn't anybody's fault? That probably wasn't anybody's direct hurting, meanness, right?
Right.
We're here to help each other.
Right.
So at the end of the day, that's all we're here for.
True.
So our legacy is secure. So go ahead and subscribe, comment in the box
Right.
down below. Because you know what? You're loved.